So based on what we now know about memory, linking back to Ebbinghaus's forgetting curve, let's now look specifically at retrieval practice. Now the magic here is that every time we retrieve some information, the actual act of retrieving it strengthens the memory itself. So that fetch and carry from long-term to short-term memory that I talked about is actually a learning tool in itself. So it's not just about measuring this and getting students to, to answer questions and mark things down in a mark book. The actual act of doing this strengthens it every time, which is fantastic. So what that means is that the more we can do that and the more retrieval that we can do, hopefully the deeper the memory traces of the information that we're trying to get across to students becomes. And every time there's a successful retrieval, that deepens that memory trace even further, especially if we can then give some kind of praise or reward that act of retrieving that information. It's come back, they've got it right, we've told them, we've given them some positive affirmation, then all the time that's strengthening that memory every single time. And give you a quick example of this. I wonder if any of you can still remember your first ever landline phone number from the house when you were a child. Some of you probably can. And again, I'd ask you, well, why is that? Now, if you were brought up like me, you were probably, taught or kind of trained at home by mum and dad to answer the phone with your phone number first. So 01325 305 123. And actually, the more times you're doing that and you're retrieving it every single time you pick the phone up, you're having to think, fetch it, carry it. So it becomes actually automated 20, 30 years on. You've got that because it is, a change in long-term memory because you've constantly retrieved it and got it right all the time. So thinking about that in our classrooms, how can we put more of those opportunities for retrieval, regular retrieval of previous information to build that stronger memory trace?